After weeks of traveling to events on the East Coast and West, after airplane trips and bus rides, the UMass Lowell track and field teams are home Saturday for the George Davis Invitational at the Cushing Field Complex in Lowell. UMass Lowell, Bryant, Brown, New Hampshire, and Southern Connecticut State will all be there. It is another step in the process as the year winds relentlessly toward a series of championship events. And simply put, it's good to be where family and friends can watch.
We only get to be in front of the home crowd a couple times a year, so being in front of the home crowd makes it extra special for the kids.
That's nice. Just we get to come right out of the locker room, start competing down here. Got some of our college friends here watching, some of our family. It makes it easier for them to come. And it's just nice having to run at your home field where you're training all year. It's definitely a lot better.
Track and field is a sport where there aren't wins and losses. There aren't standings kept during the season. It all builds toward that so-called championship portion of the year, with the America East Championships, the New England Championships, the IC4A and ECAC Championships. So the George Davis Invitational is just another step in the building process toward the championship.
I definitely try to fine-tune everybody getting ready for the conference meet. We've had a good couple of weekends. We had a great weekend last weekend, both at Dartmouth and at Mount Sac and our other California meets. So we feel like we're in a good spot. We have a few more people getting healthy. Hopefully we can get them fully back before the championships. And we met with a lot of the kids this week to determine what they thought they needed and what we thought they needed to be prepared for 2 and 3 weeks from now. So it's definitely, you know, what do we need to fine tune you to get you ready for 2 weeks from now? You know, I met with most of my kids, and we talked to, you know, the other coaches talk to their kids just to make sure that we get them in the right event. So physically and mentally, they're in the right spot.
This is a young Riverhawk team. Kevin Ciccone is one of a group of freshmen that has turned in a series of strong performances. Saccone's a hurdler coming off a couple of personal bests and a couple of wins at the Wildcat Invitational.
The first year has definitely been a lot different than high school. A lot more difficult training. The meets are a lot more competitive than like in high school. We just have dual meets. College, it's always like a lot of teams coming together competing. So definitely a lot more competition, and I think so far it's been great. I've definitely come along technique-wise because the hurdles moved up for the sprint hurdles, and learning to adjust to that is kind of difficult. But with Coach Dio coaching me through it, it's definitely gotten a lot better. I couldn't say one thing in particular. I think you got to bring all the technique together, and just a lot of practice makes it work. I wouldn't really say there's one thing in particular. It's just a lot of technicalities coming together.
In addition to the competition Saturday, the UMass Lowell men's cross-country team will, during ceremonies at noon, receive their America East cross-country championship rings.
You know, we wanted to do it in front of the alums, and we wanted to have the parents there and be available to be there when the kids got their rings. So the kids are really excited. We haven't let them, we've had the rings for a couple months now, locked up, and they haven't been able to see them yet. So we haven't even showed any of the kids in the team the mock-ups or the rings. So they're pretty excited to finally get them and take a look at them. So it should be a lot of fun.
And those in attendance will also witness the unveiling of the plaque honoring the memory of Thomas Chamberis and the Thomas Chamberis Memorial Scholarship.
The Chamberis family has been supportive for far longer than just this endowment. You know, every year they had given, you know, a significant amount of money, and it finally got to the point where they wanted to endow the scholarship. You know, since I've been here, anytime I've ever needed money for anything, it was one phone call and I had it. So we're honoring them for the endowment, but they had, you know, even before I was here with George, you know, they took care of a lot of our kids before that even. So it's great to honor them, and they've been so supportive of the program, and couldn't be happier for them to have that out in the track, and they continue to support the program, obviously. So it's a great way to honor both Cynthia and George, who've done so much for us.